Hey everyone, it's Michael. I hope you're doing well today. And like I talked about in my Supergirl trailer 2 or whatever it is review reaction, the same day we had a couple of more trailers come out. One of those being the new Masters of the Universe trailer, the He-Man movie trailer. Um, I said in the first trailer teaser thing when that came out that I was very interested, that it looked like one of those really cool 2010s movies we got like John Carter or Solomon Kane. And I was very interested, and I just found out that Travis Knight is directing this, by the way. I didn't even think to look into that the first time, but it's the director of Bumblebee, and I love Bumblebee. I thought it was amazing. Possibly the best Transformers movie, in my opinion. I'm still a big fan of 4. And the original animated, but anyway, that's not the point. I think it's in good hands, first and foremost. But number 2, the movie, this new trailer, looks even better. Like everything from, it seems like they're even kind of taking in fan opinions about things. Like apparently a lot of people, I didn't see this, but a lot of people apparently requested to have, since it's an MGM film from Amazon, to have Battle Cat in the MGM logo instead of the regular lion we got. And they did that in this trailer. And it feels like they actually listened a little bit. I have to tell you, I am so hyped for this movie. You have no idea. I'm not even a He-Man guy. As I talk about these characters that appear in this trailer, especially some of the villains, you'll be able to tell very easily I don't know most of their names. And I'm even in the middle of watching the 2000s He-Man cartoon that I grew up on, the 2002 one. And it's okay. It's been good. It has its moments. But I still can't tell you most of the character names. I feel like if you weren't an 80s kid or weren't like a hardcore He-Man fan, I don't feel like you could remember most of their names. They're usually generic things like Whiplash and, Man-at-Arms and He-Man and that kind of thing. But anyway, I think this movie looks even better now, especially with the new music they gave it. This score is fucking killer. I don't know what it is. It's like a fantasy epic song, but has like electric guitar in it. And it's amazing. I love it. I genuinely am really stoked to hear that in the movie itself. I hope to God they utilize it very well. But it looks very fantasy heavy. And I gotta tell you, the spin on the story that we got here is very interesting to me. It's kind of like it's the opposite reverse, very clever in my opinion, attempt to have Eternia exist, have our reality exist, but for some reason Adam was taken here to our reality, working an office job like everybody talked about when the first trailer came out. And by the way, everybody's changing their fucking tune all of a sudden to sound like me about this movie now. Because I said from the get-go I thought it looked cool. And people tore it to hell over the pronoun joke. There was clearly a joke in that first trailer. Anyway, so he's trying to get back to Eternia, and when he eventually gets there, according to the trailer, no one remembers him, but he's never turned into He-Man before either. Skeletor took his family away. They may have killed his dad, the way we seem to have it teased in the trailer. You never really see his dad again in the trailer. But he's just trying to get back entirely to Eternia, and he told like his friends and coworkers, I guess, and everybody in his life. And he's probably an orphan here. Maybe has an adoptive family, maybe doesn't. We don't know yet. But he tells everybody that he's from another land and another dimension and whatever. I think they think that he's nuts a little bit. I gotta tell you, I really like this guy that they picked to play Adam and He-Man. I really like him. And I gotta tell you too, outside of the blue villain, the blue villain that has he looks like his name would be Lockjaw. I don't know what his name is, but he has like the red and green head and the transforming arm into different weapons. He looks terrible in this trailer. But I think everybody else looks great. All of the characters. I think even Man-at-Arms, even though it's a race swap. But I love Idris Elba. I think he's a great actor, so I'm kind of stoked to see him in this. Because I like Man-at-Arms from the cartoon. But like even down to like the sister. What is her name? Tia? Whatever her name is. He-Man, Adam's sister. Her costume looks good. She, as an actress, looks like she might be pretty good in here. The movie is an example of a film that seems actually competently made, and it seems like they actually had a good idea between the ears. It seems like there's more going on here than you would ever realize, and the detailing of Eternia, the way it looks, the fantasy elements to it. Dude, I'm not even a fantasy guy, outside, again, of like Oblivion, the Elder Scrolls game, and then like the 2010s kind of fantasy movies I mentioned earlier. Outside of that, I'm not a big fantasy guy, and Harry Potter. But like, dude, this looks really cool to me. I'm really stoked. The action looks fun. Talking about some of the villains, Skeletor. Everybody keeps trashing it because it's Jared Leto, and that's literally the only thing they've been saying about it. Number one, it's like a man in a costume with like a CGI Skeletor face. You wouldn't even know it's Jared Leto, at least not right now. If you told someone, who does that look like, they're going to say a fucking skeleton. You know what I mean? They modify the voice. We get to hear Skeletor's voice, and it's like a whole new version of Skeletor. We never heard this version in a cartoon with the high-pitched cackle, even in the 2002 Skeletor cartoon, which I like him there. And it's not like the original 80s Dolph Lundgren one either. I've never seen that film, but I know that Skeletor doesn't sound like that from things I saw online. This is like a whole new voice for Skeletor, and I gotta tell you, I fucking dig it. It is so... I think it's really good. I think it sounds really cool, and I really like the way his face looks when he's talking. I was hesitant about that, but it's not too bad in the trailer. The CGI looks really good to me. I'm just really, really interested to see what they're going to do, because it's not an amnesia story, really. But the idea that Skeletor won a battle, took over Eternia, basically destroyed it, and when Adam comes back, he talks about that there's like nothing left. The idea that they have to rebuild it and everything, and that again, he's becoming He-Man simultaneously for the first time ever. And the sword looks even better here than it did in the actual first trailer we got, the teaser or whatever. I'm stoked. I think it looks awesome, and I can't believe people are not stoked for this. I may even buy a He-Man toy from this movie, because they've shown some of the... There was like a toy festival or something, they usually have toy fairs and whatnot, where they revealed like a He-Man toy. I saw a picture of it when I was looking for a picture for this video, and it looks not too bad. It reminds me of the ones I grew up with, from the 2000s cartoon once again. But I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be a great flick. At least for my kind of taste and interest. Watch it bomb. Watch it not do well in the theaters, and that's going to suck. But I'm still excited for it. I'm probably going to carve out my weekend to make sure I'm there, because this actually looks fun to me. And how often do I actually get excited for movies like that? Not much very often anymore. Good job to MGM, Amazon, whatever you want to call this company at this point. Good job. Seriously, you've got me all ready for the seats, because it looks awesome, and God willing, I'm going to be there. So... great job to everybody involved, the VFX artists, God bless you guys, dude, the fucking talent here is amazing. Anyway, what do you guys think about the new Masters of the Universe trailer? Are you excited for this movie? Do you think it looks good or bad? I'd love to hear all that down below, too. I have a feeling they're not going to call him He-Man in the movie. You know, I have a feeling that's going to happen. Like, maybe there's not a whole secret identity thing, since he's doing more of the straight-out savior thing here. Which I wouldn't hate that. It's He-Man. Like, I'm not going to be picky about that. But what would you think if that's what they approach the story with here? You know? By the way, the transformation scene of him turning into He-Man, it looks beautiful. I still need a new version of the I have the power voice thing. Because it's not very great here. I could actually be okay with getting rid of that, as long as he just points the thing up in the air epically and turns into He-Man, and it looks like a heavy metal album the way we saw it here. That's sick, dude, with all the lightning and the Eternia castle thing, Castle Grayskull or whatever popping up in the background. Dude, it looks so fucking rad. I could not believe people would not be stoked for this movie if they say they're not. I'm glad people are changing their opinion about what this looks like to them. And again, I think this trailer and I think that music has a lot to do with it. It got trashed pretty bad, and I feel bad about that. But I'm glad people are turning around on it. So anyway, what are your thoughts about the film? Are you excited for it? Do you hate it? Do you still hate it? Let me know all that down below, too. Thank you all for watching, guys. God bless you all. Catch you later, and goodbye.